you're moving while you're in your stance. A few things, y'all can start moving actually while listening to me. Just face me while you're moving, right, in your stance. So a few things, don't cross up your feet, right? This is a big no-no. If I cross up my feet, what happens is if you attack my legs, right, bam, feet are crossed. So my feet are always staggered. One other thing, don't pick up your feet either, right? A lot of people have a rhythm pattern like this, you know? They sort of do this. This is really bad. If someone does that, if he picks up his feet, I know where it's going to drop, right? If he picks it up, bam. I'm on the leg every single time. Think about it. If you pick up your feet for too long, you're only on one foot. So short, sloppy steps, right? Yeah, you can change the yep. So stance in motion. Next thing, you're constantly moving your feet, but you're also moving your hands, right? You guys know what a club is? Moving your hands, moving your feet, okay? Here we go. Changes, right? All you do, yep. Don't touch the mat though. Don't touch the mat because that signals that you're level changing, right? If you do touch the mat, like that. And then I call squat. Go ahead and step out your turn, right? I'm moving. Yeah, we're just moving around, right? If I call shot, yeah, stay there, right? If I call shot, right? You're not going to turn and shoot here. He's in the way. We're going to stance motion. If I call shot and we're right here, right? Ankle, shoot. So that way you don't bump into people, right? Spatial awareness. Go. Shots. Spatial awareness here. Be smart. Plan your shot pass. Shot. Sprawl. Look at it real quick, guys. Now I'm a little guy. I can probably time that to take him down, right? Literally, I know where your feet comes back. Circle up there. Okay? Back to it. Move it. Sprawl. Shot. Shot. Sprawl that shot.
Nice.
For the wind-up, right? So a half shot practices the entry of a shot, but not the finish. So who has the most? Any wrestlers in here? Let me grab. I'll use you, Terrence. So, alright, so half shots like this. Number one thing, the more you're in stance, the better you'll get at stance. Stance itself is a skill, right? This itself is the ability to be able to stay in here for entire practice. You know, that's an important skill to have. So, when we're drilling, a few things. I'm going to do half shots. I'll explain it in a second, but I'm going to do a half shot, right? And then I'm out. See, Terrence, right back into the stance. That's what I want to see, right? Me, the entire time I'm in my stance. He obviously has to get out of it for a little bit because he's a lookie, right? He's staying shot on. So, yeah, he's going to get out of the stance when I shoot, right? So he comes right back into it the entire time, okay? A few other things I don't want to see any distance and re-engaging, right? The entire time, I'm in here. Take the shot. Back in up. Take the shot. Right? I'm here the entire time. Engage and focus with my partner. Okay? So, the high crotch or the head outside single. Right back into it, right? Yeah. Both sides, 5 on each side, right? Sweep single. Or the head inside single. Oops. Head inside single. 1, 2, 3, right? Double leg. So,
do you want them taking them to the floor?
Right? But here's one way you can finish a double. Boom. You can just step across here. Shoulder down to the ground, right? when we do this, these things, Terrence, he's gonna, now I know jiu-jitsu, it's okay to fall off your back, right? This is actually gonna help you learn how to recover from being underneath a person. So Terrence, when I take him down, right, he's gonna roll to turtle position. I'm gonna put both hands on him, right? And then Terrence is gonna have to circle back up to his feet. Go ahead. Boom. Okay? This is two things. First thing, it teaches you to be to constantly apply pressure and cover him, right? Yeah, think about it. If I took down Terrence, and you're drilling this every single time when you drill shots, right? If I took down Terrence, cover him, I just let him get back up, right? What does that teach me? It teaches me not to learn how to cover someone, right? And covering is super important in jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and even MMA, right? So, right? He's going to go to turtle, cover him as he circles back up. Notice how he circled back up into his stance. It teaches Terrence how to recover from being underneath and stay like a front headlock position, right? Or from a sprawl. Terrence took a bad shot, right? No, he shot a nice sprawl, right? Yeah, he has to circle back up to his feet. Boom. You know, you take a bad shot, go ahead and sprawl me, Terrence, right? Take a bad shot, sprawl, circle back up to my feet, go ahead. Right? Recover from a bad shot. So it helps both guys. So whenever I shoot and finish, right, the entire time I'm trying to stay in my stance as much as I can. There. I do a shot, right? Boom. He turtles up, cover, circle up, boom. Then Terrence goes. Come. When you cover, right? I literally want you to have your hands on them. So, yeah, when I shoot, right? Yeah, hands on me. Go ahead and let me feel some weight, right? Yeah, some weight. Boom, like that, okay? Hands on them, apply some pressure, apply some weight. Circle back up. Back and forth, and actually do two at a time. So I do two shots, Terrence does two. It'll look like this. Go ahead, I'll go. I'll do two, right? That's one, two. And Terrence does two. Okay, that's a feint. Center line, right? Most of the times when I see jiu-jitsu guys do duck under, they never break the center line. They stay on the side, they duck, just like what I just saw then, right? They get in here, you know, and they do a duck. They never break the center line. I'm gonna show y'all the full duck really quick, right? So, and explain it a little bit. Now go into detail. I break the center line with feet, right? Now duck to our side, okay? That's what a duck under should look like. Break the center line with a feint, okay? It's all footwork and head movement, okay? So again, this is a full duck under, okay? So, in detail, what you're doing is you're feinting one way, right? This is what makes it work. If you think about it, man, if Terrence is on one side the entire time, man, nobody's ever gonna duck this side on me because I know he's on this side, right? I literally, if he tries to duck, all you have to do is put my elbow down. It's like the defense is so simple. If it's feint, it gets them thinking that you're gonna shoot an attack, especially if you already shoot an attack on that side. For me, I shoot a sweep to my left side all the time, right? That's one of my best shots. Sweeps, right? So, I'm gonna feint that way like I'm shooting a sweep. Boom, right? Looks like I'm attacking this leg, I'm not. Man, he can step back and everything, duck to the other side. You cross, you break the center line with a feint, right? And duck to the other side. That's the basics of it. I'll show it one more time, right? Now I'm gonna go over the details. To learn technique, wrestling technique from neutral, from your feet, often requires hand movement, head movement, hip movement, feet, footwork, a bunch of complex things happening at once. You're using multiple limbs at the same time, right? So, in order to learn techniques like this, we break it down and we isolate certain parts of the movement. And then we drill that part and then we add to it. So let's start with the most fundamental thing about this, footwork. That's the first drill we're going to do. It's a duck under footwork, and we'll add the head movement too, okay? So all Terrence is going to do, he's going to be like a wooden dummy. Get into a square stance, right, Terrence? Hands out like this. He's literally going to be like this, okay? I don't want to focus on my hands yet, so I'm going to tell y'all to put behind your backs. So I want everyone to focus on what? Head and foot, right? Terrence, dummy stance. Go ahead and put your hands up, right? This is just so I know I have to clear his arms. I have to get on everything. So, footwork is, I'm left-legged. If you're right-legged, just mirror me, okay? But essentially, the side you're fainting to, right? You're going to take a step to that side, and you're going to move your head to that side, breaking the center line, right? So, I'm going to feint to my left side. Take a step here, I move my head, okay? When I do this, I have to close at least this much distance. Head right next to his head, right? Your hands up again. Right. Step. Step. Move my head, break that center line. And I have to get as low as he is, right? Sometimes, if he gets lower, man, I literally have to step here if I'm catching my duck, right? If he's higher, right, then I might step as low. But pretty much your level changes as low as it has to get to his level, right? So be a good partner. Don't be too low, but don't be too high, right? Stance, hands out, straight ahead, right? Boom. Okay? Jab step, head breaks the center line. Next step, your trail leg is going to step next to his foot. Here, right? Did you notice when I did that, my head bumped his chest? There's no way I can do duck under and clear it if I just keep my head, chest is away, right? So, head movement. I'm going to roll my head. Okay? Roll your head here. Step here, right? I roll my head and clear his chest. Notice where my foot steps, right? So footwork. 1, 2, 1, right? 1, 2. Okay? 1, 2. Great. Third one, back into him. Okay? 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a footwork. Never approach with my lead arm, right? The reason why is because if I approach with my lead arm, lead leg, right? Easy. Easy with your arm, get to lead leg. Always approach with the arm from your rear leg, your rear arm, right? The reason why is even if you clear the arm, right, you still have to travel a further distance to the back leg, okay? Always approach there. Second thing, don't wind up your clubs. You see it so many times. How many guys in jiu-jitsu think that this is how you club something? Boom, right? It's winding club. Wrong. Your club is short and chalky. You want it to be, because if you wind it up, there's more reaction time, right? If I do this, man, all this time to react versus if I'm here, less time to react, right? You have to generate a lot of power in a short distance here versus doing this to generate power, right? You have to learn to generate power from just this. So my approach in wrestling is cut the distance, right? Rear arm, rear leg, short club. Okay? That. A few things to counter to everything I showed you. Everything that isn't a short club, right? Terrence is a winding club. Boom. Man, y'all have probably learned this in Thai boxing. I guarantee you from Jamie, right? The salute block. This is one of the best wrestling moves ever, I swear, in a hand fight. If you bump into someone, and this is why a winding club is bad, you bump into someone that just comes in and like that, right? That's so much time to react. All you do, you put this hand up. And sometimes, that's a really good one. Sometimes, you just put your hand up here, and that diminishes their club completely. Try clubbing, right? Yeah, man, he can't really pull my head down anymore. The hand's in the way. It good. That's if you react slow. At least get your hand up here. But if you doesn't winding club, I react fast. I'm inside here, right? Then once you're inside, you have a few options. You can elbow block or you can club them back from inside. But man, most jiu-jitsu guys guys I've seen, they do a winding club, right? Most jiu-jitsu guys who try to be wrestlers, they think wrestling is hard club. No, it's not. Short chopping club, right? Short chopping club. Because you gotta think about how hard, it's so much harder to salute block this than this, right? Boom, yeah. Man, he has inside tie now. Shoot, he could duck this side. Boom, right? So, I want your partner to do the bad thing. Your typical winding club, right? Salute block, bam, right? From here, all you're gonna do is a duck now. Step, right? Step here, roll torso. Okay? Try this. One thing I don't want to do, square stance for me. Right? I mean, I wish I was right-legged. But yeah, square stance, go ahead and do that, right? Boom. Block here. I'm pressuring this way, right? He steps back. Duck. Okay? Same duck we're doing. Okay, from a scoop block. Boom. Y'all got that?
There.
So, 1, 2, 1, 2.